Good afternoon, my name is Jomaira Santiago, and in this video presentation, I would like to talk about the Merian Report in 1928. So what is the Merian Report? The Merian Report was a survey created to investigate and see all the conditions of Indians' reservation and how Native Indians were being treated and were being lack of support from the U.S. government. It was created in 1928 by Lewis Marion. Lewis Marion was a technical director assigned to investigate and to make and create this survey. We have that the government of the United States policy were oppressing the Native Americans and destroying their culture, and not just their culture, the society, health, and education. And today I would like to talk more about how it was impacting in a negative way their education, the education system, the access for kids to have a good, not just health, but a good education during that time. The Merian Report emphasized on the need of education and how this was being based of how Native Americans were not getting all the support, and not just the support, all the basic things from the government. Like, for example, Native Indians were treated differently from white children. They were having the education was lack of support. Teachers were not well trained. They was educated in separate institutions as previous education policy. It was stressed for all these kids. We have that Native Indian children were taken from their families and places into school with abusive environments. Also, we have that after the grade of fourth grade, fifth grade, students used to study in the mornings in school and then placed it to work in the afternoon. But it was being totally against the, not just the law from Kildens, it was against, here we have in the book, in the book of Smith 2020 says, it was considered a violation of the child labor law. Also, we have that in the economic, it was being, the Native American were being really affected, not just in the economic, and the weight of how kids were getting food, and the lack of all this basic things that was supported to be supported by the government, and they were suffering and was lack of this. That's why this survey of the Merian Report was created to investigate all these areas, not just the education, the curriculum, and how students were being lack of these resources. What was the outcome of the Merian Report? So the report concluded that the income, and this is in the economic part, the income of a typical Indian family was below the earned income of white population. The report addressed the poverty through have as a resort for the individual allotment policy of the Dole Act. Many other Merian Report recommendations for reform were incorporated. This is one of the positive outcomes that came after this survey, was that recommendations of the reform were incorporated in the Indian Reorganization Act. During the years 1960 and 1970, it was a time of a great tension between American Indian, Native American Indian, and the U.S. government. During the 20th centuries, we have that there was influence that started to bring now more improvement to Native Americans' education, in addition from all the results of the Merian Report in 1928. So after this report and after this survey, there was some kind of improvements that was trying to be incorporated to better support Native Americans in the education, economic, and their culture. But when we think about in the days today, how Native Americans have been supported by the government, how their lifestyle have been improving, how kids are receiving this proper education, how it looks right now, and I was reading that over the past 500 years, Native Americans have faced desolation, form of physical, mental, and social abuse. These factors have led them to be in high rates of violence, assault, suicide, poverty, and abuse among the Native American people today. All this impact that we have still is ringing, right? We can see how all of this has been still affecting in our days today. They still struggle and protect their culture. They feel that they still struggle and have their people to be safe and their culture to be safe. The government has been supporting even more during this time. Education prepares Native children not only for active and equal participation in the global market, but also to be positive involvement members of their community. That is the impact that is having today, and the support that the government has been providing today. Equality, important investment in education equipment and leaders, and help to prepare leaders, teachers to be prepared to educate these children. Now they are integrated to be with all the community. Now they're receiving more support. We have how Native Americans have been now bilingual, by be treating the same. And also we have the 19% of students are in schools right now. So yes, the Miriam report has addressed one of the struggling that the Native American had during that period of time in 1920 to the 1960, and have been improving their lifestyle. But however, we can still see how there's some of the things and some of the situations and all the other things that they went through that they still struggle in today's dates. We hope, and one of the things that as an educator I hope it is that we can keep improving to provide not just Native Americans children, but all kind of different cultures that we have here in the United States, to provide them equality of education, provide them the same equality of good education to everyone. So thank you so much for listening, and see you in the next time.